These are some of the questions I get asked all the time when talking about ISO 27001. First return on investment is that you're giving your existing client and partners, as well as prospect client and partners, the assurance that you're taking all the necessary steps to implement the technical controls needed to keep your and their information secure. While implementing an information security management system in line with ISO 27001 also shows your clients and partners, is that you care about compliance with local laws and regulations. You might think that working towards ISO 27001 might cause great disruption to your organization, but actually what you will realize is that a lot of the things you're probably already doing. Before you start your implementation, you need to buy the standard. So buy ISO 27001 and 27002, which gives guidance on how to implement the Annex A security control. Then you can go into the first phase of your implementation, which is actually the implementation. Start with the gap analysis and then implement the actions needed to achieve compliance. Phase 2 will require engaging with an external certification body. They are the ones that issue your certificate. 2 stages with them. The first one, stage 1, is a documentation audit. They come in, they look at your documentation, what you've prepared during your implementation, and ensure that everything is ready for certification. Then they come in for a stage 2, where they look at evidence. Documentation is not enough for an ISO 27001 audit. You have to have evidence that what you say you do, you're actually doing. Once your stage 2 audit has been passed, you get issued a certificate that is valid for 3 years. Once you've bought and read the standard, you might realize you need some help with your implementation. That's where a consultant like me comes into play. We would come along and perform a gap analysis. That's the first step. A gap analysis is what it says. We look at the standard and look for any gaps in your compliance against it. Once that's done, you will receive a security improvement plan. This is a number of actions that you need to implement to ensure that you're compliant with the standard. Just to recap, the steps are: 1. Buy the standard or standards. 2. Implement your information security management system, either internally or with the help of a consultant. 3. Engage with the external certification body, which will be performing your stage 1 and stage 2 certification audits. Just to give you an idea, the journey to certification can take between 4 to 6 months on average. This depends on the results of your gap analysis and also on the size and nature of your business. The cost of achieving ISO 27001 certification can vary based on the size of your business, the results of your gap analysis, i.e. the efforts required to achieve implementation, and whether or not you need an external consultant to help you with your implementation activities. Some common challenges I've seen as a lead implementer for ISO 27001 are top management buy-in. We often see management approving budgets for implementation and certification and then taking a step back. It is a mandatory requirement of the standard that management be on board throughout the process. Another challenge is resource availability, especially for small businesses. There might be a lot of activities that need to be completed to achieve compliance. This is where a consultant can be your best friend. Engage an external consultant. They'll take on the majority of the activities, giving you time back and ensuring that you achieve compliance. Cost is a big factor, but here is some of the return on investment you'll see. Improved overall security, improved reputation, reduced risk of regulatory fines, and I'm told it can reduce your insurance premiums.